Working on the Victory Magnum today. Look at this clear coat finish. We're going to be taking it from this to this. Let's jump into it. I'm actually sanding the clear coat. I have not been able to lay down a decent clear coat. The problem is the texture of the clear coat. It's almost not like orange peel, it just has a weird texture. I use 1000, that allows me to get the runs out. Then I use 1500 to fix the 1000, and then I use to fix the 1000 scratches, and then I use 2000 to fix the 1500 scratches. Looking at this portion, I've already done it. Looks like glass, but of course this looks like, Brandon, what the heck is going on? Just hold on. Just hold on. Clear coat is magic. See that? It's in there. We just have to pull it back out. And on the first pass, some micro scratches in there, but that's what it looks like compared to that. No light. I gotta go back and get that, but I have a smaller one that's gonna allow me to kind of get a little bit more in these little spots like this. Good news, it looks phenomenal. It's looking great, right? Looks like glass. A lot better than yeah, that's the front fender, that's the front fairing. Big difference, right? Looks like glass in a lot of places. However, I did make some mistakes. Burned through right there. It'll just be a war wound. We're not repainting this for that one little spot. Yeah, go call somebody else. We ain't doing that. Took me so long. I've been out here 7 hours. The easiest part of this panel is up here. But when you start getting down here and you got edges like this, and then little spots like that and little spots like that, and you have to go under, like I had a run right there. It gets really hard to sand this thing, get it level, because every time you sand and you don't get in these little spots, you create low spots, and that makes it, and it's very noticeable when you polish it out. And I'm just gonna come out here tomorrow, I'm gonna finish it, but the mosquitoes are trying to take my blood. I'm done.
With so much work done to Magnum, I would spend the next few days doing nothing more than just wet sanding, and yeah, more wet sanding.
Gas tank was a piece that I thought was gonna take me 3 hours. And actually, outside of having to go back over it with 2000, I'm actually pretty much done. And the reason for that is because I did it by hand. So what I was doing before, I was using this, right? This block, and it's flat. So it allows you to kind of do the whole surface, right? The problem is when you get on these little ridges, all these little contours, this block cannot get in there flat. And what happens is you have missing spots. I decided to bite the bullet and do it by hand. And a lot of people say don't do it by hand because you either put too much pressure on it or you end up having missing spots. But the thing is, when this thing's flat like this, my hand is the block. And I put just enough pressure to keep it in place. And it allows me to just glide along all of this. And I haven't actually burned through in a single spot. Bike has 15, wait, 1, 2, it has like 15 individual pieces. It's a lot easier if you do it on a flat panel, but the fact that this bike has so many little corners and stuff, it makes it really difficult to do it with the traditional block. So it makes more sense to do this by hand. See, I'm holding this. This is easy. And now we're talking. I have to do another pass. my goodness, look at, oh my God. This paint is not perfect. There's chips in certain places, and I burned through on some of the other people. Look at, oh my God. I'm such an idiot, man. I got so excited when I was just mocking it up and forgot the stupid saddlebag lid wasn't fully mounted and it fell on the floor. So I got that there now, and it scuffed it. Luckily, this is some resilient clear coat somewhat, and there's a little mark there and there's some little spots on here, but I repolished it. Stupid. All right, let's see what he thinks.
Damn, man.
Don't touch it though.
You gonna put in some work.
Don't touch it because it's kind of, everything's kind of loose, but like the saddlebags are kind of loose at the moment, but.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So you like it?
Fuck yeah. Hold on, did they make this color originally? No.
Not that, not Nardo, no.
Yeah, bro.
There's some gray, but not that gray.
Fuck me. I didn't think it would ever look like that. Dang.
A lot of work still left to do, but
bro, this is. Look, I know the burnt orange was the shit, but bro, this is it.
he loves it. Still got more work to do. With the majority of the paint done on Magnum, it's time to look at these. But it's scuffed up so much. Then of course take the reflectors off and then throw some paint on. I think I'm gonna do some glazing putty. This is after sanding it with 320. Scuff that surface up now. See if I can fill this in with a little bit of glazing putty and prime over it. After a little bit of work, I let that dry and then I sanded it with 320. This one wasn't as bad, but you can see I'm rubbing my finger across this. This is completely smooth. And any low spot, the Bondo glazing putty sits in there. These are all low spots. And so when I rub my hand across it, it's pretty much smooth. It's not perfect. So when I put the primer down, it's gonna cover it up. In my quest to finish the Magnum, we needed a headlight bezel. There is an aftermarket piece that looks like a beak. That top part sticks out further. We didn't want that. We wanted the OEM piece. Unfortunately, you can't find it on victorymotorcycles.com, but luckily I found this one used on VicGuy for roughly $125. This piece is not perfect. It's got some blemishes all around the piece. It's getting harder to find parts, even though we are still supposedly still supporting parts via Polaris. What I got here is a one-stage paint with hardener. So you see that little red piece at the top, put it on the bottom and you pop it. Normally you would use this for clear coat, but being that I don't want to put clear coat on these parts because they're so tiny, I decided to just do one stage with hardener, so that would give it pretty much the same protection as clear coat. And it's a lot easier. This is the bracket for the rear fender. Had a couple little spots that I had to touch up. It came out okay.
I expected a little bit more from these parts, but I ended up spray painting the hinge covers, the lock covers, and also the gauge cluster, but I could not tell you what the heck happened with this headlight cover. This gonna have to be redone.
Next up, I have to take everything back off the bike. I gotta put the fuel pump inside of the gas tank. I gotta take the saddlebags off. Gotta put the hinge on. Gotta put the lock mechanism back in both of them. I gotta take the rear fender back off and start putting the signal lights in there and start to button this thing up. My plan is to start with the rear and work my way forward. We still gotta deal with that rotor, but my goal now is to get this thing in a, start it up and actually ride it. But yeah, this is what the bike looks like, and we're gonna move forward. So you can click right here and and check out the playlist of where we started and also where we're going. A new video will pop up here for the Magnum at some point. But yeah, it's looking good, man. We're close. I just gotta finish. Look at that gap. Stuff like that I gotta go back and fix. But yeah, till next time, catch you in the next one. Peace.